Hello, welcome back to Vanity Fair. I'm your host, Chris Farah. I'm super excited today to bring you another episode of Traitors. This is season 4. This is episode 9 and 10. It's a combo episode, and that's not the only combo you're getting this episode, honey. It's not just me, it's me and my very good friend who also is another Chris kind of name, Kristen, my basic cousin, basically a cousin, and my like love of my life from a very long time. Kristen Nicole is on to talk with me. Hi. Hey, Kristen.
Hi, hello. You just called me your basic cousin.
I know.
Okay.
I didn't I said
Thanks.
I meant basically a cousin. And then I said that and I was like, oh, she's gonna be so mad about that. You knew what I meant.
I do. I do.
We
I
were
can't
11.
help it.
Yeah, we went to camp together when we were very young. We were debutantes together. If you know my story, you know the Lub Deb story, and Kristen's one of the Lub Debs.
I am. I know all the dirt.
Yeah, she knows where all of the Zathad is buried.
You, very true.
How are you? We just came back from a very fun, excursion together. So I'm really excited to talk to you about Traders because we got to watch this last episode together.
We did.
Yeah. I really love traveling with you. You're one of my favorite people to travel with. And so also just being like, oh, you're gonna watch Traders is like, I mean, it's icing on a cake. It's like a red velvet cake,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. It was good.
How
And it
long
was fun to be there together, just like have those reactions in person.
we did a lot of pop culture watching together. We watched almost the entire figure skating Olympic highlight
hmm
reel.
hmm We did. The
Mhm.
gala was just hitting.
Yeah, honey, that's the kind of gala I
Mhm.
want. I don't want a silent auction gala. I want triple double. Sock owl.
Exactly. Oh my god.
I have a
No, we had a good
question.
time. What's
Yeah,
up?
we did. Okay, let me get into this. First of all, how many seasons of Traders have you watched, and how many times have you and/or played Mafia? And what is your relationship to Alan Cumming?
Great questions.
Great,
Let's start with I've never played Mafia. I had
great.
no idea like what this game was before Traders came out. I have watched all the episodes of Traders US. I have watched all the seasons of Traders US, all the
Hmm, hmm.
seasons of Traders Australia. I've
Oh,
also watched one New Zealand. I've watched one UK, and I just finished UK Celebrities.
Kristen!
So I
You
know.
nerd! Didn't even know
I
there
know
was
a
a
little
trade.
bit about traders.
Kristen,
Which I will say, Chrissy,
what?
if you haven't watched the first season of Traders Australia, like you got to do it immediately. It's so good. Number 2, not worth it. It got canceled after the second one. It was very bad.
Oh, wait, first of all, so just so I know, obviously this is the celebrity traders. All of American are celebrity traders so far. The other ones are
Yes.
normal people traders, right?
Except for one season of UK, they just did a celebrity series.
Oh my God. I did not know that
Yeah.
you were such a professional. I'm so happy. I'm honored.
I'm here. I'm here to educate and to learn and listen.
Okay. So up to here, this is of course a 9 and 10. What have you thought so far? And then we'll start into this up. Like any thoughts about the season thus far as we get into this episode's become obviously Rob getting Eric, that's the transition as we begin this, episode 9. So anything before this, what do you think about Lisa, Colton, all those things? Any thoughts about that or good looks or anything that you were thinking?
Yeah. I thought the season so far has been great.
Hmm.
I loved having Lisa there. I thought it was amazing. The thing that really like hasn't been sitting well is the Donna Kelsey thing and like why she was the secret traitor. I feel
Hmm.
like somebody else who maybe was a little bit more trained in like acting or like under being around celebrities more often maybe would have been a little bit better, even though she's around Taylor Swift all the time, but that's fine. Um,
She's acting.
yeah, yeah. But I think overall, I think it's been great. I think the media has sort of like fed into some stuff. Like, I'm not sure the banquet lived up to like how Alan was teasing it to be, but
Mm.
and I also didn't know. I didn't know Colton. I'm not a bachelorette
Oh.
girly, so when I heard his story, I immediately was out on Colton, like ready to like vote against him on in every way
Mm-hmm.
possible. And I also like, I'm not sure if this is like necessary, but I found him like quite performative in his like it just didn't seem authentic, like with his looks and like that blue cape. Like, what was that day? I don't
Gosh,
know.
that's
I
so
didn't need it.
interesting. Yeah,
Is
you're actually right.
it?
You're right.
I
To
was
say
just
that in a show like this where you have like someone like Lisa Renna who's obviously performative or whatever, but have there be a distinct line of like something's off is very interesting, right?
yeah. Yeah, this version is very campy. That's what US does. Like, everybody's wearing tiny hats. Everybody's got their crazy looks. Like, it just is what it is. But I didn't feel it from him. So it was off.
Okay.
Really quick, my relationship to Alan Cummings is long. I've always loved him.
Yeah.
Romeo and
Storied.
Michelle
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
is one of my favorites. So I love seeing him in this capacity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he just hosted the BAFTAs last night, and
Mhm.
some stories coming out of that, but also some stories coming out. Lisa Renna supposedly from TMZ. This is from TMZ, obviously the New York Times of the internet, CNN, practically the BBC of our times. And I hate to
Mhm,
say that, but it's
mhm.
true. Basically said that she thinks she was roofied and or drugged at the Traitors after party that's already happened, and there's been talk of the situation with her and Colton and whatnot. I don't know if you know this, Kristen, but my friend Tess, who's like Tess Barker, who was on the Traders recap that I did 1 through 5 for this season, is like a
Mhm.
pop culture investigative journalist. And she's like
What?
wildly boots on the ground. Like she's a courthouse kind of girl. And she was there when Colton's like harassment things were coming. And she really let me know like what had happened. Like he, again, like had he pretended to be he harassed a woman and then pretended he was being harassed by that same person to then get that woman to like come to him and feel sympathy and or a kinship connection because they both had a common enemy, him, which is banana ramas. I mean, that's
I
what
mean,
happened. Okay, so all right.
we're not helping his cause. But then in the story with Lisa Rinna, that was that apparently he came to her rescue,
I
which
know.
again, I can't get on board with.
What if that story was planted by Colton to seem like a good guy that would never do such a thing? In fact, is like a saver of women. I need to know
What
Ron.
if
I literally
not
won't listen unless Ron says it. I won't believe it. The comedian Ron Fuches,
Ron
like who was
who?
on Ron,
Oh,
who can, yeah,
he was so great.
I know. And he was at the, I mean, he's there, he's at the party, obviously. And
Yeah.
he's obviously observing everything. He's not talking that much.
Mhm. Mm-mm.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's bring up where we are. So this is obviously 9 and 10. I'm super excited. Here we are. Obviously, Rob has taken the fuck over. Rob is like a goddamn virus. He has killed off all of the other white cells. Everything that was like, all the housewives being like the immunity system in the castle. He is now the main person. Not only that, he wields a wild power, this dagger, that gives him not one, but two votes at a round table. And there's a certain amount of people, not everyone, but a certain amount of people know that, giving him an even other like layer of like social uh kind of like political kind of like power that like people want to be on his side. It's like overwhelming. So he,
Mhm.
of course, now has to bring on someone at the very end of the last episode. He's going over who to do. He, could do Moira, who is like a obvious common Love Island, person, and she
Mhm.
is playing dumb, and she looks also gorgeous all the time. And then he has Natalie, who like works out. I mean, like, what is her program? Because my God, that's a fit woman and a gamer. So like, and they're somewhat aligned, and she has no one left. But he
Yeah.
picks Eric, who is smart, but also, um, who he is, yeah, he's cerebral, but at the same time has made some mistakes. For instance, he didn't know one laugh from another. He doesn't know Candace's laugh at all.
No.
Right.
That was don't get me started on the laugh accusation.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know if Eric was the right choice. He certainly goes under the radar. So that's maybe the thought there, but I also think he could be potentially easily manipulated, which is Rob's MO at this point.
Yeah. That's true. Like,
Seems like it.
we have to assume Rob, when he picks someone, is going to pick someone he's going to backstab in the end, because there's not one person that we've seen besides maybe fake Colton that he's like loved being with. Like the person I wish he would pick, like someone like Kristen, who I think was like, obviously smart and cool. He would have, like, I don't trust Rob to not fuck her over in the end, so it isn't like he's going to share the money, but he obviously picks Eric. They have to meet outside. Now, Rob is hot as fuck, and I hate saying that because it is toxic, but he picks up his cloak and he's just like, sup player, to Eric. And I'm like, God damn it. Eric's like, I need a helmet and an adult diaper because I'm about to shit my pants and my head is gonna explode. Kristen.
I can't believe he said that. What is that? Ugh.
Problematic as it is mildly problematic, sure, but that is what he said, not me. I mean, yeah, so obviously, as we know, he has no choice but to say yes. What would you do? And like, would you want to be a traitor? And like, would you want to, faithful? Like, come on, give me a little something.
1000%. If I could never be a faithful, I just like couldn't. I'd have to be a traitor. I couldn't not know. It would drive me crazy. Like, have to be. I could definitely like convince people of my faithfulness, no problem, and hopefully win the game. I also would never trust my fellow traitors.
Yeah.
So, yeah. What about you?
I think, okay, if I wasn't made a traitor right away, I would try and buddy up to anyone who I think was a traitor. And I would also be like, if anyone's a traitor, know this, I'm going to come after you unless you make me one of you. And I would just keep saying that to the very end. And then hopefully someone would have made me one, but I'll just keep saying it. And if no one is one, then, hopefully other people become faithful. Yeah. That's my game.
I like that. Good
so basically, yeah. So when Eric says yes, which obviously is going to happen, they have to kill someone right away. And so they do go over the game plan, which is basically Dorinda, Steven, or Natalie. Steven has some heat on him because he's weird. Doesn't really talk that much. Like, did you watch The Hills? Like, I don't know Steven.
I did. Yeah. Growing up in Laguna Beach, I mean, he had to talk a lot back then. And he had to talk to Kristen Cavallari a lot. So
yeah.
He does look different. And my favorite part is that his like nameplate bottom third situation says he's from One Tree Hill and not from Laguna Beach in the Hills, which is like, no one's ever seen you in One Tree Hill, Steven. But we know everything about your childhood. Like, why? So yeah,
did he have a co-star once on One Tree Hill and they want to use that?
Literally, I have no idea. It's maybe your friend can do some investigative reporting on that and let us know.
Yeah, I'll call her.
Okay.
That's so funny. They also like, we can also keep Johnny because he's the next to go. There's heat on Johnny.
Yeah.
Rob says Eric is his equal and that's why he picks him. But at the same time, you never can trust Rob. I think he's just like, I think that you're right when he can manipulate Rob. Manipulate Eric. Rob can manipulate Eric. Therefore, yeah, obviously that's why he picked him. We're going to start to see in this we're going to start to see, obviously, as we get closer to the end, people form different little pockets, and then it's going to shift dramatically as things are revealed. So at this point, Kristen really thinks that Mark and Rob are people that she can trust. And at this point, everyone's thinking that Johnny is a traitor. And the reason why they think that is because when Candace, who obviously was revealed to be a traitor, was in a challenge, she didn't want Rob, who is a traitor, to get a shield, and she was pissed at him. And so instead, her boo, that's a fucking faithful Johnny, and who's cute and always wears fabulous things, she was like, how about Johnny, who like never gets a chance to like have a shield and no one thinks about? And unfortunately, that put a big ass mark on him.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, Poor Johnny. I mean, like, sweet, well made up
Beautiful.
Johnny. He could never
Suppled
be a
skin,
traitor. Yeah.
Johnny. Eyelashes to the gods, Johnny. I mean, rapid, rapid lash or grande lash. I don't know what he's using, honey. That
I mean,
is
the cheeks,
glass
the
skin.
everything. So, okay, but all that to say also that th the faithfuls this season are infuriating because they are constantly,
Oh,
like, on the right path in that Candace dropped some clues, but, like, the complete wrong clue. Like, this isn't a clue. So,
yeah.
no,
N-
not Johnny Ware. It's so annoying.
No
But then we
one.
still have the Johnny Tara
That's it. Yeah.
thing to yeah. It still baffles my mind that people didn't know that they're, like, a duo.
I, yeah, I said this before. You're all in like media. You watch TV. This is not figure Olympics and figure skating are not small beans. Literally, they were just on now, and of course they did a great job talking about people.
Mhm.
It's they're a duo like I said Bob Eubanks and Stephanie Edwards. I don't even know. There's just names like Laurel Hart and Hardy. There's just
Yeah,
how could you not know that they for have years commented on that together? It's just crazy to me. So there
yeah,
anyone that didn't think that is dumb. Whatever. Let me just say this.
yeah.
Nothing because you said like what infuriates you is the faithfuls this season. No
Mhm.
one singular person has really boiled me to my breath. That's something you say, grinded my gears. Than Tara. She's just and she knows it hitting it left and right out of the park I'm sorry out of the in the park and in like in the ball zone, like she's hitting balls like in her face, like she can't
Mhm.
or dismissing. I mean, nothing, she's hitting things and they're going and hitting like her own teammates. It's just so frustrating. And
Yeah,
it's interesting how Rob is so good at reading people and like the way that he breaks down like lying people and stuff like that. It's almost like, how are you so bad, Tara, like for being in a house and not just looking how people are saying things and how things are maneuvering?
yeah. I think that Rob I mean, I am also a Love Island girly, so I know
Oh,
Rob from those days.
tell me.
He is a boy's boy, like, through and through. So, I think he's always gonna make women like, he's a gaslighter for sure. He makes them have these feelings and can, like, have them look in other directions, and it's I don't know if he's doing it on purpose, but it's certainly just, like, part of his personal brand that he has put out in his on the different TV shows he's been on. So, I think it continues here. I think you can see it in the way that the fact that he picked Eric. I mean, I would have picked Kristen. Like, she is calm, cool, collected, like, can make decisions. Like, so, why would you pick anyway,
Mhm,
we
mhm,
already talked about that. So,
mhm,
yeah,
mhm.
I think Rob is just, like, very calculated and which makes for a good trader, but I also think like, I don't know if it takes him to the end either.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Kristen was a huge misstep for him for a lot of ways, but yeah, I want to watch him on Love Island. I know that he like fucked over someone and then cried in a pool, right? Were they
Yes.
real tears?
I mean, according to the producers of Love Island, yes. He not only did he cry in the pool, okay, it was like there's, like, an overhang over the pool, and he, like, went under the overhang and, like, had to, like, be under there alone and, like, crying. It was just insane television.
Okay, great.
Mhm.
Now I gotta watch. So basically, Johnny and Tara, who fucked themselves over by then coming up and then being like, we're actually friends," when you guys should have known we're friends. And now they both have their heat on her, and Tara's making bad decision after bad decision. Everyone thinks it's Johnny because Candace said that thing. So then Tara talks to Kristen because they are just like now on this weird figure skating island together. You know what I'm saying? And she's like, "Kristen, I've always trusted you, but I'm just like always really nervous to talk to you. But I think it's because Kristen's hot." And like, you know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? And Tara's probably just like,
Mhm.
yeah, getting a little bit of that, like, kind of like hot Kristen energy and being like, "Mm." And then Kristen's like, "Well, here's the thing with you. I've always thought you're a traitor."
I loved it. I loved it. She's just so to the point.
Yeah,
Like, thank you, chef. Yes.
that's her fucking downfall.
Mhm.
Kristen starts to be a little obs about her real feelings when she shouldn't be so like she needs to. I think it's there are two things are happening. A, she must feel frustrated about things too, and she doesn't feel like she has a natural friend and alliance to have these like
Mhm.
actual truthful conversations with. So she almost feels like she's going around the house like as an outsider and then having like bursts of truthfulness to anyone who will listen as a way of like signaling to the faithfuls that she is. But she has this moment with
Mhm.
Tara. I'm like, well, why would you tell a traitor that you think someone's a traitor when they haven't even said anything mean to you right away? Like, just calculate that shit and keep it to yourself. I mean, God bless, go bake something and think about it.
Yeah,
Do you cook?
I
Have
think
you
so.
cooked anything from her? And do you like her cooking, like Kristen? Like, have you? I don't know, Kristen to Kristen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of hers. I think that I mean, her original Top Chef season was incredible. She like got kicked off, came through the ranks of Last Chance Kitchen to win the season, which anyway, that's neither here nor there. But
That's
I
here. No,
also
that's
like,
here.
yeah, also her as the new Padma, excellent. Like I think she's doing an amazing job. She is serving up all the looks and she just knows what she's talking about. I've never made any of her food, but I would eat it if it was
Yeah.
put in front of me.
Does she have a
Mhm.
rest? She has restaurants that I should go to. I feel like they're probably like in Seattle or someplace like that, Portland or something like that,
Yeah,
right?
I don't know if she has restaurants. I don't think she does.
Oh, okay.
We could go on
Um,
a pilgrimage if she did
yeah,
one day, though.
I don't
Yeah.
mind that. You know, I like a
Mhm,
pilgrimage with you. Nothing is better.
mhm,
Mm. Basically, from this point on, we go into the challenge. The challenge
mhm.
is this, and it's quite interesting. Everyone has their own specific rickety ass box, honey. It is a rickety ass box, just like mine. Just kidding, haha, but it's squeaky. And they have to hide in there. And then what happens is the traitors, which we know to be Rob and Eric, have to then come out of the box. And the way that they're kind of like in a little bit of a horseshoe, like a chorus line horseshoe. They're in a line with a like little rounded at the end. I mean, you could assume that you remember who is right next to you on each side, but I don't know exactly the acoustics, and I wonder how they plan to do this in such a way that the acoustic somehow doesn't immediately give away who the traitor is, hearing like if something is right next door to your left. I mean, I don't know. That's what I thought about this. It's so weird. Anyway, so God bless. Let me go back. The directions are this: everyone in a box. Alan's like, traders come out of the box. Traders come out of the box. And while they come out of the box and it's super quick squeaky, they have to confer over a question in real time over the entire faithfuls and then get back in the box. And then everyone comes out of the box and then they have to guess what the traders said. And then, they either get money or whatnot. Right.
Mhm. Yep.
Did it confuse you that like it felt like it was gonna be easy to hear them that close? Or, I don't know.
Yeah. There was no mention of, like, these are soundproof or anything like that. Um, sometimes yeah, it was a weird one, this challenge. The getting in and out of the boxes every time, like, give them like, a phone. I don't know.
Yeah. No one also this is okay. So spoiler alert also, which is confusing, no one in the boxes ever talk about, hey, I really think that like it might be Eric because every time, the traders had to come out of the box, Eric, who I know was the right side of me, and like someone who's like, well, on the left side of Eric was like, yeah, every time he get out, right? I heard that too. Yeah, he's right in the middle of us. Like, I don't understand why no one talked about that unless they didn't and the editors edited out. Like, that is annoying to me. Something I thought
Yeah.
about. Basically, what happens is stupid ass Rob and Eric are like, let's always pick Tara. Always pick Tara. Now, if I was Tara, this would make me cry.
Yeah.
But she
That was
doesn't
a rough
cry because
one.
she's an Olympian. So she's been through
Mhm.
rougher shit.
Yeah, she can handle it. But it was also an interesting choice, I
Yeah.
think. Kind of a lazy choice if I had to make a guess, say something about it. But in the end, I think it worked out for them.
It's interesting because they do it to not give anything away, but one thing it does give away is that I would assume that it's definitely that Tara is definitely a faithful, because I'd
Mhm.
assume that no traitor would want that person's name just said like Rob, 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 Rob. Like it would just be a lot of just hearing that name, you know. So
Yeah.
um but the questions were like, what are the opinions of you? Like they're all, you know, this is a moot point now because it was always Tara. So anyway, basically, the round table starts and Alan has an intro about a basic William Wallace bravery quote that flies right into Tennessee Williams. And the Tennessee Williams quote is one that I know and hold dear, which is that we have to trust each other, like as humans, as people, that like this is so annoying, which is like which goes against putting up walls and putting up defenses and like thinking that you're better than anyone else, or like really not understanding the inter need we have to like connect and be with, is that you have to trust other people, not everyone, not all the time, and you should do your due diligence, but there is something about that that like is not about at all about traders, but just speaks to the fact that Tennessee Williams is like, you know, humanitarian slash playwright
Mhm.
of a generation.
Yeah. Which is a lesson for me too, because I would go into this game and not trust a single other person.
Yeah, it's interesting, like
But you
Kristen,
do,
yeah, you have to trust one.
yeah, you need somebody at least to like bounce things off of. I mean, I think Tara talks about it where she's like, I can't do this. Like my mind is going nuts. Like I can't even trust myself.
Yeah. See, it was weird that Tara and Johnny were like, let's pretend we don't know each other and not friends, when you guys were, when you would always just have each other, because other people come in and are just friends all the time. Like Moira and, you know, fucking Rob always pair up together. The people from Love Island, you know, like the Real Housewives come in all the time and like are boozy, booze,
Mhm.
booze together. So I truly don't understand why that was such an important thing, because the more important thing is just having like a sound mind to be able to like bounce things off of.
Yeah.
And that's another reason why I think Kristen is faltering, because Kristen doesn't have like I think a good anchor and like someone that
Mhm.
she trusts, you know?
Yeah. Maybe Mark and his outfits. Don't get me started.
Those spins, honey. Mm-hmm.
If he spins one
Mm-hmm.
more time,
Honey.
I'm done. I'm done.
Brittany in that
I,
castle, honey, just spinning.
but that's her. I'll take it. I don't
Oh.
need Mark Ballas help. Anyway, luscious girls. Good for
Oh.
him.
Yeah, no, that's some thick ass hair, honey. Yeah, no, I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you watch Dancing with the Stars?
Not religiously, no, but I have. I mean, I know he's a good dancer, but
Yeah. I don't watch Dancing with the Stars, but I watched a lot of his dances this season because he was with Whitney. Did you watch Secret Lives of Some Mormon Wives? No, good
no,
for good for you. Good for you.
I know I got to draw the line somewhere.
I don't know where you draw. Yeah, yeah. I mean, I can't believe you watch Love Island New Zealand. Didn't even know they had it. Like you're like, I watched Love Island Tasmania. I watched Love Island Afghanistan. I watched Love Island. You're like, what? I can't.
Oh, Love Island Afghanistan is so good.
Like you watched Love is Blind Habibi though, right?
Yes.
It was so dumb.
Yeah.
Are you
I
watching
don't
real
do
Love is Blind?
dates. I don't
Oh,
do walking
no,
dates. I
no.
don't do last
Mm,
minute dates.
oh,
Oh, Noor
God.
is our queen.
Yeah, she was great. And
Mhm.
Love is Blind's back. Are you watching Love is Blind now?
I
Ohio?
am watching Ohio.
Mm-hmm.
I look forward to progressing through it. I'm only on like the second episode or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So much to do. Okay.
I know.
So basically, okay. So after that, after the roundtable starts, Tara and Johnny said, you know, that obviously they were your BFF, and now we're saying Steven. Steven is the one that, you know, people are like feeling.
Yeah.
This is because Lisa gave him like the goal, like others. It's like kind of like all of this like dumb stuff. And it always feels like they kind of it feels like sometimes the faithfuls know who the traitors might be, but they're afraid to take a stab at it. And so they pick someone who is just like low hanging fruit, which is Steven.
Yeah. Yeah. This is how I'm feeling this season. It doesn't feel like they are willing to go after traitors.
Yeah.
It just feels like like there's some sort of popularity thing, or, or like the easiest person out. Like, who could we get votes for
Yeah.
over who is a traitor?
Yes.
Yeah.
They're all scared, or like, you know, or there's a popularity contest. There's something like
Mhm.
that.
Yeah. I also don't really get why Johnny and Tara's big reveal. Um,
Sorry, it's so dumb. I know. I'm like,
it's
oh my
okay.
God. Okay.
I know. I just don't get why all of a sudden, like Mora, I think put it best where she was like, well, why should we trust that you're both not traitors now? Like, why, what, just because you say she's not a faithful and you guys trust each other, like, why does that automatically mean that we like understand that you're not a
I
traitor?
know.
It was
I
so
know.
bizarre. And then everybody was like, yeah, no, they're faithfuls, obviously.
I know. There's something about that moment where I'm like, is this because Tara and like Johnny didn't go to like high school with normal kids?
They say that. They're like,
Oh.
they said something about like, we
Oh
were
no, I didn't
solo
mean.
skaters and we were in the Olympics and we never competed like this. And this isn't what we did. But, we didn't have to work with people or something like that. Like, it was so bizarre. And I was just like,
Yeah.
oh, yeah, no, totally. Also, it's been 20 years since you were in that. And like, hopefully you've encountered some people since then. But totally, yeah, you're
But
weird.
you're right. Like it doesn't. They just don't know how they're going to come across. Like every decision they make just seems like that's a stupid decision. Why would you choose that? Like sit down and think it through a little longer, bubs. Like.
Uh-huh.
But anyway, so basically, guess what? Steven's banished, and so he turns around is like, "I'm a faithful, stupid."
Mhm.
And at this point, Kristen goes into the kitchen and Kristen does it again, where you're like, girl, find a friend and then be like, I think this person, not to that person's fucking face or anyone that person's real good friends with. But she looks right at Eric and she's like, hey, buddy, you've been real tight lipped. You haven't
Yeah.
been saying shit. You have stopped talking. And that's true. Because again, as Eric turned into a traitor, and as they woke up the next morning, and as they, in fact, I forgot if I actually said who they killed. I'm so sorry. It was Dorinda. I realized I didn't say that in the morning they had killed Dorinda. When
Yeah.
in the morning they killed Dorinda, Eric didn't mutter, sputter, anything except putting things as much as like croissant after croissant, like big eyes, croissant. And yeah, he hasn't said anything. And so by this point, Kristen's like, buddy, what's happening? Lose your voice, like one of Ricola. And he's
Yeah.
like, modest didn't know, no, 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 no. And it's like, you didn't know about Steven?
Yeah. No, Kristen was doing the whole clock it situation.
Yeah.
And she can't help but to say it. I know it would be good if she had somebody, but I think that's the beauty of her is that it's just going to come out and like I'm going to say what I'm going to say and she's finally picking up on the cues. And by the way, like Eric, hello, join the game. Like
I know.
don't just be staring at Rob's biceps in his crop top,
I know.
We didn't even talk about that. But
Well, I mean,
yeah.
it's hard not to talk about, but if you need me to talk about it, I can.
Oh, there we go.
The snake tattoos, like he does
Yeah.
have great arms, you know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
he for some reason looks at you in a way that does look like he is going to he looks at you in a way where it feels like he's processing the way in which he will best subdue you.
Yeah.
Like he's
He
like
looks
studying you to be like, well, I guess I'll just I'll take her down at the knees and then I'll do a body slam into just like, and I'm not saying
yeah.
it's sexual, I'm not saying it's violent, I'm saying it's both.
It's how he like takes snakes over. He's like a
Yes.
snake collector,
Charmer.
charmer, I don't know what we
Yes.
call him, tamer guy. And he does like
Wrangler.
wrangler, thank you.
Mhm.
But yeah, he does give seduction.
You know how like for a long time they don't do it anymore, but they used to be like if someone wanted to have sex, and usually it was like with a woman, it'd be like I'm gonna chop her down.
Mhm.
I'm gonna chop. Remember that?
No.
He-
That must have been in your lumberjack days.
No, like she got chopped. I don't know, like it was like some sort of. I'm saying it wrong. I'm saying one verb wrong. Like anyway, the whole point is he does look like someone who's just examining a tree and being like, well, I guess if I get the 4x4 blade and I start at the center, he's just like, yeah, he is deboning or boning. Okay,
Yeah.
here's the thing: the
Mhm.
boys did it. Steven's gone. So now they have to go back into the turret and up for death, Natalie. Johnny, Tara, Kristen. And the way that they do it is this like real fucked up Jack in the Box. Like it's a real box heavy episode, where you have to crank it. And then, of course, the killer will, I mean, the person that will die will get the Jack in the face. Now, did you have a Jack in the Box when you were young?
Oh, yeah. I missed the song, like dun 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 dun. I don't know why they wouldn't have played it unless it's like a
royalties
licensing issue.
Yeah.
But I was waiting for it. Like, when's it gonna pop? But yes, I did have a Jack in the Box.
Scary as fuck.
Very.
I'd rather have Jack in the Box 2 tacos and dip them in ranch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I prefer the taco sauce, but yeah,
sure.
I do know what you're saying.
Thank you. Episode 10, honey.
Here we go.
So obviously they've banished Steven, and Eric and Rob are in the turret, worried about, what's going to happen. Obviously, Kristen has accused Eric of suddenly becoming mute and that being suspect.
And I think that was in front of Mark and Rob.
Yes.
Okay.
Stupid. So
stupid. But also, no one picks up on clues. So next.
I just if you really think about like Kristen, just so you know, you assumed that Rob and Mark were faithful when only one of that thing was true. So you fucked up by that. And then you fucked up because the other person that you assumed or that you started to accuse of being a traitor was in fact a traitor. And you accuse him to his face in front of the other traitor. Like, I feel like if you play that for Kristen, be like, Kristen, why, babe? Why? She'd be like, no, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Got one friend, and then if you get one friend, that's it. Everyone else you're smiling to. You're a little pageant princess as you walk around. Whatever you guys think. That was weird. Yeah, no, I saw that. I didn't see that. No, listen. When we get there, we're gonna talk. Like, I think I'd be very fucking good at this show. By the way,
I think so too.
Thank you. I love tartan. Okay. Scottish plaid. Okay, so basically Tara and Johnny Weir are like now like BFFs openly, but you should have been that the whole way. And as you said, Maura finds it hard to trust them because, she is like, you guys lied to me. But then she's like, look, the ting I trust about Rob. No, that's not Rob. She goes, the ting I trust about Rob. Yeah, the ting. She says,
Rob.
Yeah. Rob. The ting I trust about Rob. It's like half goes into Midwestern because of the flat sounding vowels, but oh my God, I love her voice.
It's something.
You had texted me something.
I did.
Kristen? What'd you text me?
I saw her. Okay. I don't know if you saw her outfit for the BAFTAs.
Gorgeous. I thought she slayed.
Yeah. But I immediately thought of Eliza Doolittle. And I was like, what if Maura got some elocution lessons? What if we turned her into a lady? A fair lady.
Hurts the rain in Spain stays Maine. I can't do it. Yeah,
She'd
no, it's
like,
so funny.
here's the ting.
Yeah.
I can't do it.
Yeah, she's like, give me the dresses. She's like so elegant. Like every time she's on the red carpet, I'm like, Jesus, how Jesus, you are wildly beautiful. She knows what she wants. She wants 2 eggs, 2 hard-boiled eggs and jams, please. She likes them. Tara comes in and she feels bad coming in, because her radar is off and she's embarrassed, and she should be.
Yeah. She really should be. And she's telling that to a traitor. By the way, Rob looks rough at this breakfast. And how is how people appear not a clue? Like, the schedule on this show is crazy.
That's true.
And so if somebody's extra tired, maybe they're a traitor. But anyway, that's near there. Yeah, like,
especially when he had to go like recruit Eric. You know what I'm saying? But another question: do you think that Rob and Moira have boned?
No, I don't.
I don't think she will. Who do you think?
I think Rob might be gay.
Really?
I mean, I don't want to like put it out there, but yeah, kind of based on like his Love Island situation.
I never saw
He okay. So long story short, he was very close to this guy named Aaron.
Okay.
They were crying and riding for each other the entire time. Side
Crying? He
note,
cried. He cried over a
Aaron,
guy. I thought he cried over a girl.
well,
Okay.
when he cried into the pool, he was crying over a girl.
Okay.
More, he was crying over frustration because a girl fucked him over. But Aaron, prior to being on Love Island, had been on Love Island UK, or sorry, Traitors UK as a faithful and won. So Rob has, I'm sure, been educated a little bit on how to play the traitors.
Yeah.
But
also, it's very
have
big
him and
brothery.
Morin boned now. It is. But it's also like, just because you aren't a gamer doesn't mean you aren't out there like playing the big game.
You're right. Unfortunately, they kill Kristen, and Kristen and Johnny are my two favorites. So now I don't have Kristen, and I loved Kristen so much.
Mm-hmm. R.I.P.
I know. And if this was Big Brother, they would have kept Kristen because Kristen would be in a house cooking for people. But unfortunately, they have all those weird meats that sit out for hours, and you know, the salmon and the lox, and that's all they need.
And poor Kristen just gets memed with like her spreading butter on bread and then being like, can she even cook?
Yeah.
And I'm like, I was personally offended by that. Like, don't do her that way. She has tiny tweezers in her pocket at all times. Like, she's a chef.
So do I, but it's not for the chef. It's because I have nipple hairs. Okay, I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. Basically, at this point, the traitors now feel like Natalie should be the one that is banished because they've been burning the show. So they like to kill someone random, and then, you know, the person that they think can take the biggest fall and be banished, might as well have them be banished and have the faithfuls do the work for them. And it's worked almost every time. It's worked every time for Rob.
Yeah. Well,
yeah,
it's all part of his master plan.
Yeah. Even when Colton was voted out, he was like, better for me.
Mm-hmm. And Colton was proud of him.
Colton was like, I'll carry your load, man. And he meant it. Mm-hmm. Kristen.
What?
I love
his
you.
Load.
Okay. So many times throughout the stupid weekend I had with you, which was not stupid at all, I'd make a stupid joke and I would just be like, and Kristen would just be like, thank you, and give me a little laugh for it. The dumbest humor and grossest.
That's what we do. I'm here for it.
Thanks, Hoops.
Stop it.
I can't though.
The people don't know.
Now they do. Just know one thing about Kristen is that her signature look is that she has gold hoops on always. Now people are going to see this visuals if they are on my Patreon. They'll get it very, very soon. They'll get it like right away. And then if you are on YouTube, you might get it later. I don't know. Depends on I don't know. Depends on me. So just a little side note is if you want the visuals, obviously you can go to Patreon, give me money. It's like $5. Not even that much. I might put it up later. So it'd be a great time to come in now. And then, you know, the side note is thank you for not only listening wherever you listen, like Apple, Spotify, to Vanity Fair. Please give me 5 stars and a helpful review. Thank you so much. You can also, of course, watch the visuals on YouTube and make sure you're subscribed everywhere. And back to the playing story, honey. Obviously, that's what's happening. They want Natalie gone. So Tara asks, finally, someone the question of questions. She asks Natalie, do you think it's Rob?
I know. I couldn't believe it. I was like, I'm just a little bit distracted though that you didn't mention Natalie's outfit when she walked into breakfast. Oh. Like, can we just rewind for 1 second?
Yes, give it to us.
Why was she wearing that leather dress? I like her coochie was hanging out, like the heels. I mean, can we get like a little sweater? I don't know. Why? It's cold there.
They have such pressure on them to perform acts of fashion, you know, lookery that like, yeah, you know, it's funny because a swing and a miss happens here, but then, you know, there's the iconic look of like a Gabby that's like an, you know, inside out garment bag, which is like, dear God. I mean, my God, that's perfect, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, it's just a little bit obvious that like some people have
Taste.
stylists and some
Oh,
people don't. And
taste.
it's like maybe we could help some people out
For
prior.
sure. Hmm.
But okay.
I agree. I agree. No, that was that Natalie. It foreshadows.
Yeah. Maybe she was like, I better wear my best outfit today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. If not now, never. Um, so Mark asks Rob, if it's him, and Mark's like, no, no. I mean, Rob's like, no, no, it's not, whatever. Uh, and then Eric, and then, um,
Well, and then Natalie and Tara go to talk to Maura to see her thoughts on whether it's Rob or not.
yeah, and basically, they're like, Natalie. Wait, not Candace when it was obvious. Yeah, someone didn't vote for Candace when it was obvious that it was Candace. It was it Tara that had a throwaway vote?
No, Candace had the throwaway vote,
No, I
and
know,
she
but
voted for Rob
when it was
twice.
obvious that Candace was the one, I'm so sorry, I messed up my
Mm,
writing here.
mm,
Natalie goes like this. Natalie has an existential crisis during this episode, okay? Not just
mhm.
because of the outfit that you chose, but she really is like, you guys, why am I here? No, I literally went to bed last night and I kept asking myself, why? Why am I still here? Who wants me? What? Who is keeping me here? There's a
Mhm.
reason. It was
Yeah,
very like religion was about to come and like it was like Scientology. Like Scientology is the way. Like it felt like that kind
yeah.
of right.
Also, why wouldn't you have all the reasons she gave, which weren't that many, I guess, but it never comes up that like I'm strong and do well in challenges. Like why it's some faithfuls are just so faithful. Like you would never think about that. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's the number one reason, right? Like
yeah,
sweet, sweet gamers.
yeah. It's so funny. Like you're really you have one of you left. You also like are kind of crazy, and people like really thought you were a traitor because you wanted that fucking vial of antidote so bad. So like
Mhm.
anyway, so it's just so
Oh my
funny.
god.
She
That was that was insane.
it's you're not gonna really
Insane.
die.
I know. It's I need the antidote. This isn't
Uh,
Emperor's New Groove.
you don't have
Anyway.
Ebola.
Mhm.
I
So cute.
know. So basically, at this point now, Natalie's name is getting mentioned by obviously
Mhm.
the traitors, and yet Tara and Natalie, you know, here start to talk, and then the obviousness comes to mind of why did Candace, the traitor, mention Rob?
Mhm.
Like everyone who's watched Traitors know that says at some point you get traitor on traitor violence. That's what happens.
Mhm.
And
The
it's
best.
almost always the only person, it's almost like the most vitriol. If you have a traitor and they are super angry at one person, 100% that person's a traitor.
Yes. Especially when we already know they're traitors and it just it screams no one's ever watched the show
Yeah. Yeah.
because you don't look at the traitors and analyze their every move.
Yeah.
I mean, even in this series, you had the three traitors sitting together, like Lisa, Candace, and Rob, sitting in a room together out of their own volition, talking. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
that doesn't, I've never seen that on anywhere in my traitor universe. They avoid each other so
Yeah.
much. So,
Yeah.
yeah, this one's just particularly unique in that way.
Suspect.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Moira at this point, confronted with Tara and Natalie, is like, it's not him. It's not. If it was him, I would drop dead. I would not be able to handle it. And I'm like, Moira, come on. And sometimes I'm like, Moira, behind the scenes, do you know it's him? And this is your way of being like, I'm his little traitor boob, like, because you have to keep a traitor on your side. And they
Yeah.
never let these celebrities confess to doing that. Like, no celebrity has ever been like, I think it's this person, and this person likes me, And they don't know that I think they're a traitor and I'm going to continue being friends with them. Like Colton was like, I think you're a traitor, Lisa, and I want to be best friends with you. And I want you to make me a traitor. And Lisa's like, weirdo, get the fuck away from me. You're obvious. And meanwhile, of course, he's butt buddies with, sorry to say that, but obviously Rob.
Yeah.
Who was a traitor. But yeah, like people are not, the glaring clues of Candace saying Rob's name is so crazy to me twice. Two round tables in a row.
Yes. But again, they don't pick up on any clues.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
The only thing they pick up next is an obvious product placement of Amazon boxes. And we're like, oh my God, Amazon. It's true.
Like Fergus,
yeah,
you're better than that.
Yeah. Fergus was like looking at the ring cam. He's like, oh, the driver came by. He has to go back and just like get something to cut those blue tape.
That was weird.
Don't say anything, Fergus. We can't afford to pay you SAG rates.
I know. Fergus is like, I get paid $195 a day. No more, no less.
Yeah.
I will not speak. Haram. Poor guy.
Having said that, if any show wants to hire me as like some sad clown, mute clown pantomime that won't say anything, I'll do it. I'll give you eyes and big expressions. And I'll also pick up a box.
Yeah. You know where you would have really shined?
Where? Who?
That hand coming out of the ground.
With the money?
Yeah.
Yeah, like with those sack of
gold. You
gold.
would have done insane handwork.
Okay. This is it. Ready? Wait a second. Wait. Okay. I keep being off camera.
Yes.
Wait, I gotta do the back. Wait a second.
Yes.
Okay. Took me a couple times, and that's because I know my mark. Okay. So it's hard to do everything. At this point, they're like, Candace left a breadcrumb trail. She's like Hansel and Gretel. She went through that forest and she dropped little things, and some of the birds ate some, but we can still, pick it. They go to the challenge 2 cars. The 2 cars are very much the opposite, like the sides of the house.
Yeah. Which also, like, guys, mix it up.
Yeah.
We've had these conversations already. And like, anyway. Okay. Yeah.
The producers like talk about this. We're like, we don't really want to. We just want to hear some good music. Like we can't afford music license. You talk about the show. They're like, we're sick of this fucking show. Give us a moment. We check our phones.
That would be nice. Anyway, they're in the cars.
One car is Natalie and one car is Rob. You know what I'm saying? And the car that's Rob is Tara. It's Tara, Johnny, and Natalie. And that's what's happened. Like they are trying to get Rob out, and they have like obviously really good clues about this. And they know that he has a lot of power. This is the last round table, that the banished person identifies themselves, and it's the last round table that Rob can use his stupid ass dagger that he stole from Natalie, who has the opposite of a poker face. Natalie, do you have the dagger? No.
Yeah, that was so bad.
The challenge is this. It's a carnival. Great situation, scary ass carnival, and it's actually, as Alan will call it, a Karish hell. He looks like, as I think, was it Monique that said he looked like a Targaryen for this? He was in that blue
he
long
was giving Targaryen
priest. It was like a Targaryen priest look,
Well, yeah, and he had that like sea foam puffy shirt, and then he put the snake or dragon rhinestoned thing on his head with like a habit hanging off the back.
I was like, did one of it break? Yeah, I don't know. His looks are interesting this season.
Sorry.
No, they really no. Sorry, you guys. It's just that Kristen had fireworks behind her.
I couldn't do that if I tried.
I love it. It was like, yes, he did. Just like, that was the exclamation mark that had to happen. The one time in this.
Okay, I'm okay.
No, thank God. this is my nightmare. But basically, they spin on this thing. They spin on really, really hard on this thing, and they get real fucking dizzy and nauseous. And then it stops. They have to run out and then find teddy bears throughout like the different game setups of this, carnival atmosphere, and then rip the various plushies and stuffed animals because some have cash in them, and then they run back to this like merry-go-round, I guess, or whatnot. Now, greatness for Tara, who I guess had a back problem, and I forgot someone else who I'm like, you guys don't have to do that. Eric, like you guys just get to sit here and like move your dummy and then get to run out. I'm like, that's a huge advantage for me. I mean, I get such seas. I would just throw up I'd be throwing up in the corner, like in a
I don't
teddy
know
bear's
how they
mouth.
didn't figure it out and change it up so that everybody had the same like disability.
Yeah. Yeah. Moira's like, I'm too weak. I can't open any of these bears, So sometimes why does my like Moira voice sound like Jennifer Coolidge sometimes?
I don't know. Mine gets like a little bit Indian, so I try not to do it too much because
in my head it sounds
probably
so good.
offensive.
I'm really upset. Absolutely it is. So then it starts. Now this is greatness. It starts and fucking Rob's like, great, these assholes are just gonna run back when they get to 500 ones. My smart ass is I'm gonna sit here rip open all these bears until I get a 2,500 one. And so he does, and he is the last person to get the merry-go-round. And Alan's like, oh, forgot to tell you, it's musical chairs, bitches. You're out. And for the first time, Rob like gets out and he's like so upset, but we're just like, thank you that he just like took that asshole down a notch.
Yeah. That's the most Love Island he's ever been. He just went full baby.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to die. Ugh.
Yeah.
Who says that?
It's interesting because it's like, you aren't trying to bank the most money to get a shield. You're just banking money for whatever pot of bullshit you celebrities are making money for. So why are you so crazy about the dollar figure when, for instance, he like comes at Mark? Mark's like, buddy, I'm just playing this game. I'm fine. I'm a dancer. I'm spinning. Usually I'm chill. What's wrong?
Yeah. They don't give the money to charity.
No, they don't. But it's,
right?
I'm sorry if I said that. No, they keep, but it's like,
just making sure. But
I just can't imagine that. I just don't think that Rob is like, I need to make sure that we get 500 more than I think. I mean, like, okay, you're on a show right now.
Yeah. I think he just needed to justify it for himself, like why he was the first one out. I mean, he's a baby.
He is a baby. Mark is out. Eric wins, and they talk before the round table. Johnny tells Eric people want Rob because of Candace.
Mm-hmm. Thanks a lot.
People trust the wrong people.
Mm-hmm. I think a good-looking white man is all it takes.
Yeah. He's not nice to everyone. He's only nice with certain people.
Yeah.
He had some weird flirtation with Dorinda. He liked Ron. He used Colton.
Yeah. I think the only time we really see him in a genuine way is his friendship with Ron.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the only like authentic vibes I got there.
Yeah.
Everyone else, it felt like he was using her. Like he wants to go to Bluestone Manor, so be nice to Dorinda. Like, using Colton because he's the loud one. And so,
Ew.
yeah.
Yeah. And he has hot privilege.
Big time.
Yeah. So yeah, Rob tells Moira they need to get out Natalie and Johnny and Tara. And then, she thinks she's like his girl Friday. Tara talks first. Here's the thing. At the round table, Tara talks first, but she basically is just like, I'm going to talk just to tell you guys I don't want to talk anymore. I don't want to talk.
That was wild. After the whole day.
I don't understand what the fuck happened to Tara, but she set up the perfect plan and executed it. And then she like put water on the fire that she had started. It was so, she didn't have to start. She could just have said something, but to like be so weird and say, I'm not going to start and start. And then Mark says, you know, who here has balls to say anything? And then Rob says Natalie. And that his version of it, which he hasn't planted this at all, which I think comes out of left field. Like he could have said a billion other things. He's like, I just feel like there's been a disconnect and a demeanor change.
Mm-hmm.
Natalie's like,
Which, yeah,
what?
which on day one is something you can say. But at this point, like, come on, bring more than that.
How
And
close
maybe
were
it's a little
they?
bit of like a mirror, right?
Yeah,
Like,
it's definitely that. It's projection.
yeah. How close were they? I don't think that close. I
Yeah.
never really saw them interacting that I wasn't like Kristen or Mark, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I trust
Mm-hmm.
you so much, Rob.
Right.
Laura. Ugh. But yeah, no, Natalie, I think it comes back to like guy's guy and maybe is like a little bit intimidated by a strong woman who could potentially sniff him out. So he probably avoided her.
Yeah, she really is strong. But she basically is like, she does her existential crisis, which like, I kept thinking, why am I here? Why am I here? And the truth of the matter is, I think it's you, Rob. I think that you're my traitor angel. I don't understand why I don't, that's why she was like at first saying that they were close, but somehow it's changed.
Mhm.
Um, because, you know, like Candace had voted for him and obviously he he has not like been able to like get out of that. And so for him to just be like your demeanor has changed was kind of like a weak excuse to suddenly go after Natalie when I don't know, when there are so glaring red flags that you are or anyone else could be a traitor.
Mhm.
Moira defends Rob like she's doing and at the same time as Moira starts defending Rob really hasn't said anything yet. And then again, I clock Moira being like, you're doing a lot of work for someone who doesn't think he's a traitor.
Yeah.
I don't
It
know. Like,
there are clues that she knows,
yes, there are.
and
Yes.
she just doesn't want to participate in it. She's like, I do not want to know. Rob is my guy. And maybe she's got some codependency issues. I don't know. But it's just giving like, I don't know. She's just turning a blind eye.
Willingly. Yeah. Ignorance is bliss.
Mhm,
But
mhm,
she's or getting something out of it.
mhm.
Rob's like, okay, with Candace, it was fucking weird. It was random. I'm like, that's your defense, you know, like it was
Yeah,
fucking weird. That you're so
it's
baffled
just
too.
yeah. That was just like, I mean, Candace, e especially, like, considering how close she was with Johnny and Tara and, like, just to let that be what is said, and not fight was just ridiculous.
Great
But
point.
they're at a huge disadvantage with that dagger. And I think Tara clocked that before the round table and she said something to Natalie about it and was like, maybe tonight isn't the right night to propose this.
You bring up a
So,
great point though. Like Johnny was like very close to Candace. There's no part of Johnny that feels he has to avenge Candace's like name, which of course would be against Rob. You know, like
yeah.
he doesn't seem to like be clocking that. Like at which is again weird or whatever. Yeah, Tara, it feels like makes a split decision that she doesn't want to go against either the house or the majority and then just leaves Natalie out to dry.
Mhm.
And like it's really frustrating. And Natalie is not fucking having it. Natalie goes for Tara. And then Johnny was like, "Here, you know, just like I never actually said I was gonna vote for anything. I was just like saying if it wasn't gonna do anything and commit until the numbers were there." And then I started to be like, "What a shitty way to play!" Like, and it was kind of it made me feel like I liked Johnny as a game player. Originally was like, "Oh yeah, Johnny and Kristen," and now when he
Mhm.
said that, and with Kristen gone, I'm like, Ugh. all right, well, then I just don't have a fun player. I don't have someone who's gonna like, because even in Big Brother, you have to be valiant. Like, it's valiant to make a big move when you have to. And this was, I mean,
Mhm.
they do have the numbers because it's like they would have had to have gotten Mark because you can't get Eric, and Mark is a good guy. Like Mark, I think that you could have swayed Mark
Yeah. Why couldn't they get Eric? I
because
mean, you
Eric's
think
a
he's just too
because Eric is a traitor. So Eric, the reason why, yeah, but so you
but,
think
like,
that
wouldn't it be so great if Eric
if
just
they got
like,
Eric
"I'm a traitor
voted out
now.
Rob,
I'm gonna turn on it." Yeah.
yeah, you're right. I wonder what I mean. First of all, but you would have to then assume that Eric has that bone in his body, and that's a Rob
Yeah.
bone. I mean,
Yeah.
if Eric did that, that'd be like literally the craziest awe moment ever. I mean, I also think that you would have to really know the game to know that that's a possibility and
Yeah.
have the balls to do it. That's so hot, Kristen. So basically, yeah, Natalie is livid. Johnny is timid. They don't back her up. Neither does Tara. They just like sit on their like little thumbs. Tara's like, I
Mhm.
just don't have any evidence. So then Natalie's like, you know what? Fuck you guys. I'm gonna vote for Tara, and she like wants to like join Rob and like try in the middle of the round table
Mhm.
and just like change sides completely. Rob, of course, has the dagger. Natalie, like when they go to like vote, you can tell Natalie like angrily writes Tara's name down. It's just like like the chalk on that board is like you I mean, talk about ASMR. It's angry at ASMR.
Yeah. I wish they would give us more on the sound there.
I know.
Yeah. Like, very mean girls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rob and Mark write down Natalie. Tara
Mhm.
writes down Natalie. And as Johnny is going to write down Natalie's name, Natalie says, don't fucking say sorry when you write my name and say it out loud, Johnny. And then Johnny's
Mhm.
like, Natalie. I mean, when we watched that together, I'm sure we screamed. And then I'm sure right then and there, the hotel called us and was like, "Excuse me, you're being way too loud." And I was like, "No, why?
Settle
I'm not."
down, ladies.
Yeah, and I remember just being like, "I don't understand why I would be so loud. I'm not drinking or anything, you know." And it's because fucking it's because I yelled when Natalie said that to Johnny.
Yeah. It was an audible gasp and a
Yeah,
yell, like, she just let it out, and it was iconic. I'm so happy for her.
yeah, it's a good last moment.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, obviously, her last moment is this, of course, that she's banished, and then she has to go out and be like, "Fuck you guys,
Yeah.
I'm a faithful,"
Yeah.
And then Tara just
Someone
like
throws
starts,
something.
yeah.
Ugh.
Tara like goes into full like martyrdom or sorry, victimhood. She's
Martyrdom.
like, yeah,
Yeah.
martyrdom. I'm okay with being murdered tonight. Please just put me out. I'm like, misery. I don't want to be here. I want to go. I
I know.
listen. I don't get me
She's
out of
ready
here.
to desert Johnny, like, "Get me out of here." Can't does not have the but she's so there, like, "Believe in yourself. You're a gold medal winner."
I know
Like,
you can
"Come
do things
on, Tara."
we can't even imagine.
She was, like, 12, like, if she doesn't have the emotional wherewithal, who does?
Mm-hmm. Not me.
I certainly don't. Look at me right now, I'm a mess.
No, I love your yerba mate. Rob and Mark just lay on a pool table looking up at the ceiling, like, what?
What was that
What?
stargaze moment?
Yeah. Yeah, indoors. Um, Mark says that Eric again didn't say anything.
Mhm.
And that's when Johnny, Moira, Tara start to be like, maybe it's that Eric.
Yeah.
He doesn't know laugh when he hears one. We can't trust that.
It's just such a bad reason.
Did you know Eric before the show?
No.
Okay, either did I.
Did
But I
you?
like him.
I do too.
Adorable.
Great style.
Super cute style.
Mhm.
This is a death that people will, get to stare at people in the face. And so Alan's like, so if you're a traitor, act surprised, So basically, yeah, the traitors are going to murder someone in plain sight, and then when that person, I guess, gets murdered, the traitors then have to act like they're surprised. And this is where Moira suddenly is like, "It's me, everyone. It's me." I can't do her accent. Hi, I don't know. Irish, no, Tink. It's me. No, I don't know. But she just think it's her. It's always
Yeah,
funny when suddenly starts to exclaim that it's her. And it's also like Moira, no one's coming from you. Like not one person.
literally.
I don't why would you think it's you?
And also, like, explore that. Why isn't anyone coming for me ever? Oh, because my bestie is a traitor.
Yeah.
Hello.
I feel like
That's the line Natalie was on. Like, yeah.
if I was in the house right now, and obviously both Tara and Moira does this. Tara and Moira are like, please kill me or whatever. I would think that anyone who so loudly says it's gonna be me, guys, I know it is like their like dumb low key way of being like, I'm faithful when I'm a traitor.
Yeah.
I would assume if I heard Moira said that, I'd be like, no, you're a traitor. And but I would literally would be like, okay, well, I'm glad you're saying that because if it's not you, if you don't get killed, then and you're here tomorrow, we'll know who is probably a traitor, right?
You would
You better
think.
die tonight. I better not see your face again, then, Moira.
Please be a traitor.
That was good.
Thanks.
Copy paste, yes, honey. That is the end. And thank you so much for following me down into the valley night.
La, 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 la. I don't know the words, but you're doing
I
great.
wanted you to do it. Oh, I wanted you to do it. I wanted you to do it so bad.
I know.
Thank you so much for talking about this dumb show with me.
Thanks for having me. Super excited about the finale next week.
Yeah, tell me
I'll
what you think. Tell me what are any theories or what you I don't know. Any
I
predictions?
mean, I don't know. I think it all hangs in who gets voted out. Because if it's Tara, I mean, I think Rob will take the whole thing because he's got Mora there. If it's Mora, I think he may have a little bit harder of a time because you now have 2 votes with Johnny and Tara. I mean, it would be dumb if he didn't break them up.
Yeah. Yeah, and keep Tara and get rid of Johnny.
Yeah. That'd be crazy.
Yeah.
I just really feel like they were giving us a clue with just that tight shot of the 2 women at the end there.
I'm so excited. It's dropping Thursday.
Can't wait.
Oh my goodness. Well, I love you so much. You're not a public person, so you don't want anyone to follow you, right?
No, if they can find me, give it a try.
Oh my
But I appreciate you having me here. Love chatting about this anytime. And you should definitely like give Chrissy 5 stars as much as possible, like on all the platforms. You're amazing.
Yeah. And also, if you knew me before I went to high school, you can call me Chrissy. There's only a couple people that can, and that's why Kristen does that. All right. I love you. No, I'm not. It's perfect. I know you have to go. I love you so much. Thank you so much for doing this with me. I'm going to stay with my friends and do a little breath work and do an outro, but I love you and I'll talk to you later. Okay, babe.
Sounds good. Bye everyone.
All right, my loves. Okay, if you want to follow me, you absolutely can. I'm at Chris L. Farah. I'm on Instagram. I'm on TikTok. I'm on Patreon. I've already said that, Chris Farah. I'm on Substack, and I'm going to write more. Don't even worry about it. I moved. I had so many things happen in the past month, but everything is so great. I'm really so happy to kind of get a slower start in this year, but get this year on. So if you are watching on Patreon or YouTube, you can see an absolute bananarama blobbity blue room behind me, but don't worry, it's going to be put together cute and, adorable soon. So having said that, please enjoy the free engagement on all the social media platforms. And by free, I mean, you can give me something for free that really means something to me, and it's free for you. How lovely. So yeah, 5 stars wherever you listen to podcasts, helpful little comments, and or subscribing, following, liking, engaging, and or sharing with anyone you like, and or on forums, stuff like that. Other than that, let's do 2 breaths. Obviously, we are about to get into March. It's Pisces season. We're going to kind of get into a spring equinox. We've had a lot of very kind of violent beginning part of the year, and there's a lot of like weather challenges and has been, and New York is in a blizzard. Having said that, for whatever reason, the universe has found you and me in this space right now. If you're listening to my voice, thank you so much. If I can impart about you anything, is that I try and just talk about things and follow things that I need for myself. And so mindfulness or meditation is why I end the podcast with just 2 breaths. You're using either my voice or the sounds in the room around you or your own breath to sort of bring you into the present moment, sensory things like that, to ground you, feet on the floor, whatever it takes, to try and isolate your mind and your thoughts to being present viscerally in this moment. And that means you sort of let go of worrying about anything in the past or cringing about anything or, you know, wondering, and you let go of planning anything for the future. What are you going to eat? What do you have to buy? How best to talk about that situation with someone, what you want to do with your hair, who gives a fuck. For this moment, try and give yourself the gift of being fully here, HERE, period. All right. 2 breaths. You can do a rehearsal and a real one, or you can do 2 attempts. And that's good. That's great. It's quite enough. Okay. Let's blow it out. All right. All right, my babes, my loves, my pheromones. Thank you so much for being here with me and spending time as me and my friend Kristen. 2 very fun Lebanese girls give you Traitors, honey. 2 episodes. All right. I will talk to you guys and see you guys later. Hopefully, lots on the docket. I swear to God, Love is Blind is coming, but obviously 90 Day Fiance is happening. And I swear to God, this is already on the docket. I'm going to have a very fun collab for America's Next Top Model, the documentary. I had a lot of people get at me. Did you watch the docuseries? Did you watch the 3-part documentary on America's Next Top Model? Did you see it? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Okay. And don't worry, I watched not only the documentary, I watched the actual show in real time on UPN. So I'm here for it. I will talk to you about it. It's coming this week. I really appreciate all of the love and the support, and I'll talk to you later. Okay. Take care of yourselves and one another, and stand up for what you believe and make art. Bye.